the biggest difference between short-term fixes and long-term solutions is when we apply a short-term fix, is that we have to deal with the problem again and again because the problem will reappear unless we apply a long-term solution that deals with the root cause of the problem. That problem would appear again and again, because that's the difference, right? Unless we spend the time to really analyze and look at, what is the cause of this problem? What is this? What is causing me to face this problem? When it comes to, our lives and businesses, the reason why we deal with the problem is that we have something, in our life that has created that problem. And so many times it's us. It's a belief that we have. It's something that we learned in the past, something that maybe, has helped us in the past. So for example, if you think about smoking, right? I used to smoke and I smoked for about almost 20 years, right? Since I was 14. Now, smoking was a problem, right? And how I wanted to, fix smoking was to smoke less or to try to smoke different kind of cigarettes and those kind of, trying to have this short-term kind of motivation boost to quit, because I didn't really went back to the cause of it to see why I started in the first place. That was what I wanted to do. I wanted to apply a short-term fix, all of these patches and nicotine patches and stuff like that, to just have me, quit smoking. And all of those short-term fixes worked for a period of time, but then, sooner or later I would get back to it. And so until I really look at it, why did I start smoking in the first place? Until I've done some introspection, look at that problem, I didn't really understood why. So the reason why I started smoking was because at one point in time, it was a solution actually to a problem that I had. So my problem was rejection, not being part of the smart street guys group. And the only way for me to be included in that group was to start smoking. And so I started smoking as a teenager when I was 14. And then that became a habit, right? So smoking allowed me to, start conversations at the smoking place outside, outside the office or outside a building or outside a restaurant. There were always other people smoking, and that was a good conversation starter, right? So it has helped me, it has served me at one point in time, but then I realized now it doesn't serve me anymore. And until I realized, well, I don't need to be accepted. I don't need other people's acceptance to feel good. I needed at one point. I felt rejected, and smoking was way in the group. Now, I don't care about that group anymore. That group doesn't even exist because we're not in school anymore. We all had, two different paths. So something that was a solution at one point to another problem, it became a problem later on. And so how do I, apply a long-term solution to this smoking problem? Was by going back and analyzing why I started smoking in the first place, and seeing that, well, that's not a problem anymore. I don't need this kind of solution anymore. And so I had all the reasons why I don't need to smoke anymore. I didn't need that anymore. And so instead of me looking for these short-term patches that I tried and didn't work, I spent the time to really analyze what was going on behind the scenes in my subconscious mind, and then applied a long-term solution. So I believe all problems we face in our life, they come from something that we have acquired in the past. And then for us to apply a long-term solution, it really means that we really need to look at what is causing that. What is the underlying kind of belief that it's holding us back, right? And doing that, we're then able to apply a long-term solution rather than a short-term fix. I hope this gives you a perspective on problem solving and how this applies to all the kind of challenges that we're facing. And I look forward to see you on the next video. Okay? Take care. Speak soon. Bye-bye.